an annual basis. And this is something the Bank of Canada watches closely as it works to cool inflation after 8 interest rate hikes since March of last year, with the next interest rate announcement set for Wednesday. Derek Holt is Vice President and Head of Capital Markets Economics at Scotiabank.
They're likely to come out next week and say, hold on a second, let's not get carried away. We know there are risks to the outlook, but we haven't even begun to create disinflationary slack in the economy. We haven't even begun to soften the job market. These things are still very, very strong, and I think they're going to want to see a lot more evidence that they are achieving their goals on durably lower inflation and creating some slack in the economy before they are prepared to cut rates.
The Canadian dollar is down by 0.1 cent, 74.21 cents U.S. The TSX higher by 28 to 20,187. Gold futures right now down $7 to 2,028. Oil is lower by 35 cents, $80.26, but still looking at a gain this week of about 6%. Now on Wall Street, we've now got some fluctuation. No big commitments on markets ahead of the long weekend and ahead of the release of the U.S. jobs report, which will happen tomorrow, yes, when markets are closed. So the Dow right now is higher by 0.5 point. The S&P is up by 12. The Nasdaq higher by 53. Shares in Levi's looking at the steepest one-day decline in 3 years. Right now down 14.5%. Now the company did top revenue and profit expectations in its latest quarter, but it is still dealing with high inventory levels. At the Business Center, I'm Chris McCusker.
Happy Easter, Canada. At Real Canadian Superstore, you can save for real. From now until Sunday, get a great deal on prime rib. So hippity hop into Real Canadian Superstore today before it's gone. See flyer for details. Raymond Johnson here for eBay Motors. So you ordered a new air filter for your car. You try to install it, but it doesn't fit. So you take a little bit off the sides. Well, still doesn't fit? Well, you could try to sit on it. Or just go to eBay Motors and get it right the first time. When you see the green check, you know that part's going to fit. Air filters, brakes, headlights, eBay Motors has millions of parts. Get the right parts at the right prices. eBay Motors, let's ride.
The Tim's app makes your Tim's run faster and easier. Order ahead to avoid the line. Plus, use the new Scan and Pay feature to pay, earn, and redeem Tim's Rewards points with just one scan. Download the Tim's app today. Terms apply at participating Tim's restaurants in Canada. See the app for details.
Taking a look at some regional conditions this hour. In Richmond Hill, 8 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds. It is mainly sunny and 9 in Oshawa. In Hamilton, 7 and mostly cloudy. Downtown, it is 9 degrees. City News 680 is CFTR AM Toronto. It's 1 o'clock.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is City News 680 everywhere.
It is Thursday, April 6th. Good morning. I'm Jonathan Graywell. And I'm Irene Franklin. Here's what's making news this hour.
Two candidates who want to be the next mayor of Toronto are laying out their visions for Ontario Place. One wants to move the Science Centre here. The other wants to hang on to the city's portion of land to prevent the province from building a spa. Talking housing at Queen's Park.
Will this government commit to preserving Toronto's rental protection laws?
Coming up later in the day, the housing minister to table new legislation.
We have big breaking Blue Jays news here at Rogers Centre. Full bottles of wine are going to be available this baseball season. No one likes paying more for less. One food expert is warning about shrinkflation on the grocery store shelves and how it could lead to more taxes on your grocery bill. We'll catch you up on day 1 of the Masters. Blue Jays go for 3 wins in a row against the Royals. Leafs get O'Reilly back in Boston. Sports at 15.
Markets mostly moving higher ahead of the release of U.S. jobs data tomorrow, yes, on a holiday. And Canada's labor market continues to outperform. Business at 26. City News Time 101. And now
time for traffic and weather together all the once. Here's Carrie Prunskis.
Traveling the eastbound 403, watch out for problems approaching Aberdeen. The right lane is still closed for vehicle fire cleanup. It's jammed on the eastbound 403 from Wilson to approaching Aberdeen. We also have delays in Oakville on the eastbound 403 from right off the QAW2 just past Dundas. Eastbound on the QAW, we still have this collision at Huron, Ontario. The left lane is blocked. Tow trucks are on the scene, and traffic is at a crawl from Erin Mills to Huron, Ontario. Eastbound on the 401, it's busy approaching Renforth and the Collectors onto the 427 ramps. Then a slow go from the 427 to Islington and the Express, and delays to about Weston and the Collectors. They're busy through Kiel and the Collectors, and a lineup on the Collector ramp to the DVP. Northbound Don Valley Parkway, that's busy from Dundas to Bloor, and then delays filling in approaching Don Mills to York Mills. We still have construction on the northbound 400. It's at Canal Road. The right lane is closed, so a slow go here from Highway 9 to Canal Road, and also there's no access onto the northbound 400 from Canal Road, and the ramp going to Canal Road, that is also shut down for this road work. We have a collision on the southbound 427. It's on the ramp to the westbound 401, blocking the right lane, so a little bit busy as you get onto that ramp. Heading outside to enjoy warmer weather, it's time to protect your pet. Ask your veterinarian about all-in-one options and visit nextguard.ca to save. And now with the forecast, here's Jill Taylor.
Beautiful stretch of weather for us as we head into the Easter long weekend, and it will be a lot warmer next week. 15, the guaranteed high, though, for today. That was reached early this morning. Dropped to 7 and then sit at about 11 degrees for the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine. Tonight, mainly clear and 0. For today, already reached our guaranteed high, 15.
We continue to see more clouds than sun downtown, where it's 9 degrees, 8 at Pearson. City News Time 103.
It's day 4 of the Toronto mayoral campaign, and several hopeful candidates are working hard to stand out from the pack.
2 of the more popular candidates were at Ontario Place dishing out their visions for the site. Taking it all in is our Moment Qureshi, who joins us live with that and more. Moment.
Irene, 2 of the candidates vying to be the next mayor of Toronto, laying out what they think should happen to the future of Ontario Place, a very rich piece of land here in the heart of the city that has been, for the most part, other than a couple of trails laying dormant, with several ideas being bandied around. Now, we know that the province has plans to build a brand new spa here, as well as a few other things. But Councillor Josh Matlow says if he becomes mayor, he is going to withhold or try to prevent the sale of the city's portion of land to try to stop that from happening.
This is our property. This belongs to the people of Toronto, and we're not going to sell it. Our waterfront is not for sale. If Doug Ford takes another step, if he escalates the situation, so will